Hi there, this is Susie back again, and today she is going to talk about her new craze here called Tillandsias. Tillandsias are a type of a plant that are the natives of Mexico and the southeast of Mexico and as far as Caribbean and Argentina. So that's where they normally come from, and also they could be a desert type of Tillandsias known as airplants. And most Tillandsias, as you know, are epiphytes, and they do grow on trees, barks, branches, mountain areas, and things like that, where there are a lot of moisture generated by amount of rainfall. So they do like a good range of temperatures to survive even in desert conditions. These little plants just roll in the desert, and most of these Tillandsias, they get their nutrients, the moisture, through their leaves. The leaves have got tiny scales. Not to say you could see it fairly close here. They have got tiny scales called trichomes, and that's how they absorb the moisture that they need, the nutrients that they need, and in simple terms, they are really air plants. They are the same family of Bromeliaceae, which is part of the bromeliad family, and they don't grow as big as bromeliads, of course, but as you can see on my wall, a newly created wall that I was craving about to have as in my own collection. I don't have very many because I've only just got into Tillandsias, and so now I've got to make sure that the survival of these Tillandsias are met by filtered bright light, the condition that most of these Tillandsias like, plus they do like mist, the moisture that's in the air for them to absorb through their trichomes. So this is the life of Tillandsias. As you can see, Tillandsias don't have that sort of root systems that they need to be planted in the soil. You don't need to plant Tillandsias in the soil. The root is there to grab around the tree barks and all that type of things, and for their survival, so that they are anchored well enough so that they really don't blow away and stuck to the trees. They are very different format of these Tillandsias, as you can see. This particular one is the without my glasses I can't read, but it's Celeriana and Caput Medusa here, and Adriana there, and this particular one is Flosia, I think, and we have cotton candy here, Ionantha, the pink Ionantha here, and this one is Houston. So there are many varieties here. They are one of the easiest plants that you really can't kill because the amount of maintenance that they need is really zero. Now, when you bring or buy Tillandsias like I have, now the first thing you have to find spots where you're gonna put them, how you're gonna put them. Look, Tillandsias don't really mind to have a beautiful pot. It doesn't matter what kind of pot you buy, and you just stick them in it and leave it on the table somewhere in the bright light, perhaps next to your windowsill where it says the east, southwest side or the western side where it gets filtered sunlight, and they will just thrive in literally anything that you provide it to sit in. Now over here I have used the little wood and I have really stuck onto the wood. Now how I feed them is I just mist them with the hose every second day. So even though you might think that they don't need moisture, they really do, otherwise you can get them dry, the ends will be all brown and dry. So you make sure that you mist your Tillandsias every second day or third day. You have to keep an eye on them. It's not to say that it's an easiest plant to have in your home, but you just put them in a pot and don't really care about it. You have to really make sure that you give them enough moisture. Now, another thing that the Tillandsias you may like to know is when they do flower, they only flower on that particular floret once in their lifetime, and then like bromeliads, you will get little babies or bulbs from the mother plant, little pups they call it, and the main mother, the mother then eventually dies. Then you've got pups, survival pups that will grow into bigger plants, and then it will generate more flowers. So it does form a nice clumps if you let it, but most of the time, most Tillandsias don't flower every year. They have to get mature before they flower. So I'd just like to show you how I mist this, so bear with me. Now, I normally use a hose, and all I do is set my hose on a mister as such, and I just mist it just like that. You can never overwater it, but while misting, the Tillandsias will only take what they need to take, and make sure that you don't give them too much water where in the middle they start rotting. So there's another thing you may have to watch, is that you don't really give them too much water, and that's what will happen. And another thing, that Tillandsias, if you're having it in a pot like I showed you, you can actually have a bowl of water and sit in the bowl of water for about a couple of hours. There's another method that you can water all your Tillandsias. That's probably, if you haven't got something like this that I have on the wall, you can actually put them in a bowl of water, and it won't rot or die or anything, because that's how they survive, with water. And then you take it out after a couple of hours and let it dry and put them away where they've come from. So they are the basic tips about Tillandsias, and I'm just going to see how they're performing here, and then if there is anything that comes out into flower, like this one has had purple flowers here, so hopefully it will give more bulbs. This Iantha species here, and around the world there are about 650 species of such Tillandsias. As I said, they are desert Tillandsias, they are Tillandsias that actually grow on trees as well. So just a little video to introduce you into Tillandsias. You take care and see you later. Bye for now.